No bad vibes. No bad vibes. Don't come around with that energy. They once right, they more family than some kin to me. They show me love, still watch out for my enemies. Leveled up to the max, but I ain't in my peak. Money in the world in my hands. 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 Money in the world in my hands.
Oh my goodness!
I see you doing your thing. Everything they say you can't. You got it going your way. Show it like what more can I say? I see you doing your thing. Everything they say you can't. You got it going your way. Show it like what more can I say? I see you doing your thing. Everything they say you can't. You got it going your way. Show it like what more can I say? I see you doing your thing. Everything they say you can't. You got it going your way. Show it like what more can I say? I ain't gotta say much. You shouldn't have to say much. Stay down so you came up, then came down and stayed up all night till the morning. Baggy eyes and you yawning, but the money keeps on calling, and we ain't about to ignore it. No. You go, you go, you go, till you got anything, give you some more. Like you on a hockey team, hit them goals. Money coming fast while you sipping slow. And me, I'm so past words, I just hit the code. Nothing funny, being broke is a joke. Get into it like it's all a nigga know. Mad I'm busy, but matter if I was broke. Yeah. And I show, so I ain't gotta say much. And you shouldn't have to say much. I see you doing your thing. Everything they say you can't. You got it going your way. Show it like what more can I say? I see you doing your thing. Everything they say you can't. You got it going your way. Show it like what more can I say? I see you doing your thing. Everything they say you can't. You got it going your way. Show it like what more can I say?
What's going on, everybody? I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. I wanted to share something with everybody. This is regarding your social security numbers, social security card, and basically a couple of terms. I'm not even gonna say a couple. Several terms that you have to pay attention to. Words are very powerful, so we really have to pay attention and really, get the true definitions of all the words that we're actually reading, because of the fact that when we're dealing with laws and we're dealing with life in general, we have every word has more than one meaning. And when I say every word has more than one meaning, I literally mean every word has more than one meaning. So I'm going to show, let me pull my screen up real quick. Want to go to, let me see here. Let me see something real quick. Okay. Alrighty. I'll go ahead and share my screen. Man, I got so much stuff open, it's outrageous. You know what? Let's go full screen. I don't mind. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So I want to look at 20 CFR 422.104. For those of you who don't know, um, we have several different types of laws, acts, everything, and all of these acts and laws are actually important. So CFR 20 CFR, excuse me, 422 1.104, who can be signed a social security number. Persons eligible for a social security number, we can assign you a social security number if you met the evidence required in 422.107 and you are a United States citizen. Now, by default, they say that you're a United States citizen, but none of us are United States citizens. We're all nationals, but on paper, in the system, we're stated as, or I'm not, but uh, before we're all stated as United States citizens, and we're not United States citizens. An alien lawfully admitted into the United States for permanent residence or under authority of law permitting you to work in the United States. This one right here is our situation, or it's the situation we were brought into. An alien, which is us, we're all aliens, lawfully admitted to the United States for permanent residence or under authority of law permitting you to work in the United States. An alien who cannot provide evidence of alien status showing lawful admission to the U.S., or an alien with evidence of lawful admission. You need a social security number to satisfy a federal statute or regulation that requires you to have a social security number. I'm going to highlight that one. That is I. In order to receive a federally funded benefit to which you have otherwise established entitlement, and you reside either in or outside the U.S. Now, technically, we all live outside the U.S. I don't have my map up, but we live in federal zones, so United States is not that big. It's up in Virginia, DC, that area. There's a small portion of that area that's actually the United States. We are actually foreigners to the United States. For those of you who do not know, we are foreign to the United States due to the United States being a foreign entity itself. We are natural to the land. I don't even like to use indigenous because nobody knows who was here. Well, a lot of people don't know who was here first, but I believe otherwise. Anywho, different conversation. You need a social security number to satisfy a state or local law that requires you to have a social security number in order to receive public assisted benefits to which you have otherwise established entitlement and you are legally in the United States. So that's who can be assigned a social security number. For those of you who don't know, that application, any application basically is, let me see here. I have a lot of definitions. Oh, okay, here we go. This is what I'm looking for. Definition of you. This is CFR, same thing. 20 CFR for different code 422.402. Excuse me, get tongue tied. The definition of you, the word you and the word your, either or. You means an individual who owes a debt to the United States within the scope of this subpart. Now, in order for you to get a social security number, what does that tell you? You get a social security number, you the individual, then you automatically owe debt. When you fill out that social security application, you are applying to owe debt. You are in debt automatically once you sign that social security application. You, the person, the individual, means you owe debt to the United States. And that's just what that is. I mean, you it gets no clearer than that. Also, here is a letter. I believe this is the letter I have. Probably not. Yes, this is it. This is a letter from Social Security Administration to an individual. This was back in 1998. What did it say? 1998, yes. So what you see here is, of course, the Social Security card application / Social Security number for you to become in debt to this foreign entity, the United States. Social Security, March 18th, 1999. Excuse me. This is Dr. Mr. McDonald. This is in response to, let me blow this up in case. See it. Okay. Dear Mr. McDonald, this is in response to your letter to the commissioner concerning Social Security numbers for children. Now, let's stop there. When we sign our kids up for a Social Security card or Social Security number, we automatically put our child in debt. You sign up for a birth certificate, you already sold your child to the United States, and now your child has become collateral. Security for the United States. Not you, not your family, for the United States. The Social Security Act, and that's really important to read. There's more that I found out about it. Well, Social Security in general. The Social Security Act does not require a person to have a Social Security number to live and work in the United States. Nor does it require a Social Security number simply for the purpose of having one. However, if someone works without a Social Security number, we cannot properly credit the earnings for the work performed. I don't think I care because I don't want to do the taxes. Who cares? Other laws, and look how they put that in there. Other laws require people to have and use Social Security numbers for specific purposes. For example, the Internal Revenue Code 26 USC 6109. A. And applicable regulations 26 CFR 301 610.6109-1. D. Require an individual to get and use a Social Security number on tax documents and to furnish the number to any other person or institution, such as an employer or bank, that is required to provide the IRS information about payments to the individual. There are penalties for failure to do so. The IRS also requires employers to report Social Security numbers with employees' earnings. In addition, people filing tax returns for taxable years after December 31st, 1994 generally must include the Social Security number of each dependent. So, if you want to file taxes, if you want to be in that pool, you need a Social Security number. If you want to deal with a bank, you need a Social Security number. This is what they're saying. But There are other statutes and laws that state that you do not need a social security number to open up a bank account. You don't. You don't need a social security number to do a lot of things. You need that social security number to work, and like they claim, you know, for tax purposes, and we don't we don't want to pay taxes, and it's not mandatory. So I don't want the social security number, and I don't want the tax. I don't want to pay taxes. I don't care about the credits because they take more than they give. So what good is it doing me? It's never done me any good. 34 years of my life. The Privacy Act regulates the use of social security numbers by government agencies. So it regulates the use of the social security numbers by government agencies. Really? Yes. So this is something else that you got to dig into. The Privacy Act, there's a lot of powerful stuff in there that can save you today. They may require an SSN, social security number, only if a law or regulation either orders or authorizes them to do so. Agencies, now they didn't say government agencies, they said agencies. Agencies are required to disclose the authorizing law or regulation. If the request has no legal basis, the person may refuse to provide the number and still receive the agency's services. However, the law does not apply to private sector organizations. Such an organization can refuse its services to anyone who does not provide the number on request. So, you will apply for something, even a public benefit, or if that's what they want to call it, a government benefit. You don't have to give me your social security number. They can give you the act or law or I don't want to say law. Yeah, the law or regulations. Excuse me. That authorizes them to do so if it is legal. Legal. If you feel like it's not legal, don't give it to them. But they still have to give you services because remember, when we give them our social, we're giving them access to our trust. Remember that. We give them access to our trust once we sign this daggone what is this, SSA 5? I've looked at so many forms lately. Is it SSA? Yep, SS5. Well, it's not SS5 no more, it's SSA. Yeah, so remember, all words are powerful. Next thing I wanted to look at was, let me see, it's 31. Let me see here. Not so much stuff. But I guess before I go into that, I can give another little background on who or what the United States is. And I just want to say that this is for educational purposes only. I'm not a professor and I'm not a lawyer, so don't quote me. Do your own research. Let's see more about the United States. The laws in the USA. Well, let me back it up. If you do not live in the USA, you should still read this article. It basically states how Americans are enslaved in the same legal system that most people are. The laws in the USA, all capitals USA, are not really laws. Instead, they are acts and statutes of the United States Incorporated. In other words, they're rules and codes of a corporation. Like any corporation, an example, Walmart or Target, you are not bound to the rules, acts, and statutes of the United States Incorporated unless you agree to be a citizen. A citizen means an employee of the corporation. The only laws you, the natural living breathing person, are bound to are the laws of nature. So As long as you're a citizen slash employee, you are bound to their laws or excuse me, no, I don't want to say their laws, their acts and statutes. The United States is a foreign corporation, thanks to England. It's Big Daddy. Uh, I don't kind of there, but some people claim the United States Incorporated was sold in 2013 and is now known as all caps the United States of America Inc. There has been no evidence, and I also haven't found anything stating so, but it's still the United States of America, which is the all caps. So in legal terms, the United States of America, and this is written normally, is not the same as the United States of America in all caps. The purpose of this is to trick you into think that they are the same thing. This is just like your name. It applies to your legal name. When you look at your birth certificate, you'll see the name that was given to you, which is, say like Amber, capital A, lowercase MBER, and so forth. You know how we would normally write our names at school, or this is, I mean, how we were taught at school writing our names normal, versus the capital A, capital M, capital B, capital E, capital R, all caps Amber Lightfoot, that you see on mail or you see on records and all this extra stuff. That's the corporation, just like the United States of America, the corporation. In commerce, when you see names written in all capital letters, it is a corporate name or a legal name, which is a corporation. The legal name plays a significant role in your life because it is used by the government to identify the corporate you. Whenever you receive a government document issued to you, 99% of the time your legal name on the document is written in all capital letters. This is why your legal name on your driver's license, social security card, and birth certificate is written in all capital letters. The process that allows the government to legally claim you as a corporation involves the creation of a fictional you, which is the name written in all capital letters, and then tricking you to agree to be that artificial person or legal name. This legal name was created shortly after you were born and was recorded on a bond. This bond that represents the date of your birth is also known as your birth certificate. The birth certificate is actually a certificate of debt, slavery, which is why it is recorded, think it should tell, on a bond. A bond is a contract by specialty to pay a certain sum of money, being a deed or instrument under seal by which the maker or obliger promises and thereto binds himself, his heirs, executors, and administrators to pay a designated sum of money to another. Now, I don't want to go through all of this, but um, it's just what it is. This is all fake. This is all fake. All fake. A couple more definitions for you. Counsel for the United States means a United States attorney, an assistant United States attorney, designated to act on behalf of the United States attorney, and so forth. Court means any court created by the Congress of the United States, excluding United States Tax Court. Debt means an amount that is owing to the United States on account of a direct loan or loan issued or guaranteed by the United States. The amount that is owing to the United States on account of a fee, duty, lease, rent, service, sale, or real or personal property, overpayment, fine, assessment, penalty, restitution, damages, interest, tax, bail, bond, forfeiture, reimbursement, recovery of a cost incurred by the United States or other source of indebtedness to the United States, but that is not owing under the terms of a contract originally entered into only persons other than the United States, and includes any amount owing to the United States for the benefit of an Indian tribe or individual Indian. Debtor means a person who is liable for a debt. Let's see. Person includes a natural person, including an individual Indian, a corporation, a partnership, an unincorporated association, a trust, or an estate, or any other public or private entity, including a state or local government or an Indian tribe. And I guess I can go ahead since that's in a security agreement, means an agreement that creates or provides aid for a lien. United States means a federal corporation. I'm going to highlight that. United States means a federal corporation, an agency, department, commission, board, or other entity of the United States, or an instrumentality of the United States. Instrumentality. Let's click on United States since I got it underlined. And we just read that. So 28 USC 3002 15. The definition of United States. And it's nothing but another business. And that's what you're dealing with. You're dealing with another business. I'm going to take that down. Also, I want to get into what I got up here. Where are you at? You see, I got a lot of stuff up here. It's just crazy. Bingo. Okay. 26 CFR 301 dot 7701 dash 11. That is 26 CFR 301.7701-11. All right, we're going to get into the term. Social Security number. For purpose of this chapter, the term Social Security number means the taxpayer identifying number of an individual or estate, which is assigned pursuant to Section 6011B or corresponding provisions of prior law, or pursuant to Section 6109, in which 9 digits are separated by hyphens and as follows: 000-00-000-000, or 123-45-6789. Such term does not include a number with a letter as a suffix, which is used to identify an auxiliary beneficiary under the Social Security program. The terms account number and Social Security number refer to the same number, the Social Security number. Boom. So your Social Security number is an account number. Now, let's look up. I want to look this up here. Auxiliary beneficiary. Look that up real quick. Oh, my foot is asleep. My leg is asleep. It sucks. Auxiliary benefits. Where do I want to hit? Okay, well, I need a definition. When a claimant affected auxiliary benefits, Title 2. How about this? Okay, so I probably should have went there in the beginning. Huh. Okay. Oh, shoot, right here in my face. Okay. Auxiliary retired worker and auxiliary beneficiaries. So, retired workers, so auxiliary beneficiaries are dun, 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 retired worker beneficiary who worked in, okay, uh, or payable to the normal retirement age. Spouse or retired worker, spouse of a retired worker, must either have one child under 16 or a disabled child. And then a child of a retired worker. See three types below. Types of child. Okay. Minor child under the age of 18. Adult disabled before the age of 22. And high school student under the age of 19. So those are child. So we are auxiliary beneficiaries because we are still considered children until we take over our estates. They are still our trustees, our fiduciary agents, and we are still considered minors. So, back to that social security number. It is used to identify such people like that, like us. We are freaking minors. So the terms account number and the social security. Let's look up, what is this one here? That can go. We've looked at the individual, the definition for that. Who can be assigned a social? Yeah, I'm looking for account number. Oh, boom. No, that's United States. See what I mean? Account number. Account number means the number of an account. So, the terms account number and social security number refer to the same number. Now, I'm put this out there once again. This is only for educational purposes only. I'm not a legal person, or any kind of legal aid, any kind of lawyer. I don't work in the legal field. I can't, give you any advice. All I can do is hope and pray that you do your own research. So, I'm just showing you where you can do your research at. Again, the definition for account number means the number of an account. Doesn't matter what account it is, it's the number of an account. And we all know that account numbers are freaking account numbers. So we know a social security number and account number is the same thing. We know that the social security number is linked to us, our trust accounts. So here's another, this is actually in Regulation B. Another one I want to share. This is another term. Credit card. We possess a credit card constantly. Credit card means any card, plate, coupon book, or other single credit device that may be used from time to time to obtain money, property, or services on credit. What we have in our hand, in our wallets, or keeping safe is this little bitty piece of blue bond paper with and a bond number on the back of it in red letters with a number. What do you think that is? It's a little card. It's a card. Any card. Credit card means any card. Any card. Any card. So our social security cards are credit cards. It's how we are supposed to obtain credit. But why is our credit limited? Does anybody have the answer to that? Does anybody have the answer to why our credit is limited? No? Okay. I would like to know why. So we walking around with these credit cards and can't even use, the credit that comes, this unlimited credit that comes with the daggone credit card. What is an account? An account means an extension of credit. When employed in relation to an account, the word used refers only to open-end credit. So if you ever get an account number, that account number goes to an account. An account means an extension of credit. Once you give your social out to these people, you become employed. This is why you W-4 people, these companies. Because only employees follow policies. And when you sign up for their services, they expect you to follow policies. And those policies only refer to employees. So due to that being said, seems how I'm your employee, I need to make sure I'm getting my W-4s done. I need to make sure I'm getting my taxes accounted for correctly. I hope y'all seeing how all this wraps up. It wraps around everything that's going on that we're complaining about. It's right in our faces, or, I can't say in our faces because this is things that they hid from us. And we had to learn it years later down the freaking line. I'm 30 freaking 4, about to be 35. And I've been studying this stuff for years. Studying it for years. Consumer credit. Here's another good one. Consumer credit means credit extended to a natural person, primarily for personal, family, or household purposes. You know what? I might start just posting just words and definitions, because these here just, whew. Credit means the right granted by a creditor to an applicant to defer payment of a debt, incur debt, and defer its payment, or purchase property or services and defer payment thereof. Now, we all know we are the true creditors, but we can't be that true creditor because they own us until we kind of stand up and take what's ours. Crazy. Another word I want to throw out there: financial asset. Financial asset means cash or a contract or instrument that conveys to one entity a contractual right to receive cash or another financial instrument from another entity. So, we all know that securitization, here's another one, sorry, I'm just going through. Securitization means issuance by an issuing entity of obligations for which the investors are relying on the cash flow or market value characteristics and the credit quality of transfer financial assets, together with any external credit support permitted by this section. Ooh, external credit support. External credit freaking support. Okay, so I've got into financial assets, which was CFR 360.6, financial assets. Another one I wanted to touch base on that we or I have been looking at 12 CFR 141.5. Commercial paper. This is something that we all need to start getting. The term commercial paper means any note, draft, or bill of exchange which arises out of a current transaction or proceeds or the proceeds of which have been or are to be used for current transactions. So, current transaction, meaning transactions that we're about to make, we can make a note, draft, or bill of exchange as long as it's on commercial paper, and which has a maturity at the time of issuance of not exceeding 9 months, exclusive of days of grace or any renewal thereof, which is likewise limited. Now, we can get our own commercial paper, bond paper, certificate paper, however you want to call it. There's no way that we can't get out of this system. I mean, we just got to learn these terms and start using these terms against these people, because it's already been hard for me trying to get people to understand, because people are so narrow-minded and so brainwashed. I don't mind arguing what these terms mean to any of these corporations, because I'm gonna let you know right now, you're going against the law here, 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 and right now, since you got my information, I think you better be doing right by me, because you're my fiduciary agent / trustee, and I'm the beneficiary. You need to be benefit me the best way possible, or I'm going to terminate you as my trustee. So it's a lot to learn. It's a lot of words. It's a lot of definitions. Don't be scared to look stuff up. Um, Man, a lot of this is powerful. We have to start to learn these words. We have to learn these words. Start looking up these laws. Start reading these acts. Everything, because look, here's another one. Discriminate against an applicant. This is actually on the consumerfinance.gov website that I have been on. This I'm actually under regulation B. Discriminate against an applicant. These are the terms under subsection 1002.2. M. Discriminate against an applicant means to treat an applicant less favorably than other applicants. That is discrimination. Under all circumstances, treating an applicant less favorably than other applicants is discrimination. It's discrimination. So yeah, definitely look at all this stuff. Look at this stuff. This stuff is powerful, y'all. Powerful. So I'll keep doing these, and I'll keep breaking it down. Look, here's another important one. State means any state, the District of Columbia, the Commonwealth of Puerto Rico, or any territory or possession of the United States. So yeah, I'm gonna leave y'all off with that. So this is a lot of good stuff. Trying to clear some of this out, because yeah, this is good stuff, y'all. Some real good stuff. So definitely do your homework. Do your homework. Oh yeah, I want to get into this one too before I sign off here. Let me go to 31 CFR 306.11. Forms of registration for transferable securities. The forms of registration described below are authorized for transferable securities. Natural persons in their own right, in the names of natural persons who are not under any legal disability. So I want to say under a legal disability, I believe that may mean you're being incompetent and being a minor and all this extra stuff that they classify us as until we claim ourselves. In their own right, sustainability also follows one person in the name of one individual. Example, this is a natural person. So, John A. Doe, Mrs. Mary C. Doe. Look at the socials. This is a natural person who isn't under any legal disability. They can authorize transferable securities. An individual who is a sole proprietor of a business conducted under a trade name may include a reference to the trade name. Examples: John A. doing business as John as Doe's home appliance store. Woo woo woo. That's amazing. So yeah, minors and incompetents, natural guardians of minors. The security may be registered in the name of a natural guardian of a minor for whose estate no legal guardian or similar representative has legally qualified. That's an example of that. So yeah, again, it's a lot of good stuff in here, guys. We'll keep going through it. I'll keep going through it. I'll keep throwing it out there. I know I tend to talk a lot, so I'm not even gonna read that. I'll save that corporation. So yes, I'm gonna get all off of here, and I will see you guys later on. I will be doing another show.
No bad vibes. No bad vibes, don't come around with that energy. They once right, they more family than some kin to me. They show me love, still watch out for my enemies. Leveled up to the max, but I ain't my peak. Money in the world in my hands, 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 money in the world in my hands.
Oh my goodness!
I see you doing your thing, everything they say you can't. You got it going your way, show it like what more can I say? I see you doing your thing, everything they say you can't. You got it going your way, show it like what more can I say? I see you doing your thing, everything they say you can't. You got it going your way, show it like what more can I say? I see you doing your thing, everything they say you can't. You got it going your way, show it like what more can I say? I ain't gotta say much. You shouldn't have to say much. Stay down so you came up, then came down and stayed up all night to the morning. Baggy eyes and you yawning, but the money keeps on calling, and we ain't about to ignore it, no. You go, you go, you go, till you got it, then give you some more. Like you on a hockey team, here comes those. Money coming fast while you sipping slow. And me, I'm so past words, I just hit the code. Nothing funny, being broke is a joke. Get into it like it's all a nigga know. Mad I'm busy, but matter if I was broke. Yeah. And I show, so I ain't gotta say much. And you shouldn't have to say much. I see you doing your